was around 2 a.m. when I was driving home after a friend's party. I live in Dedido in the northern part of Guam. I was really sleepy, so I turned on the car stereo to keep myself awake. Then I pushed a bit harder on the gas pedal, speeding well over the limit. Halfway through the road, I suddenly saw a little girl standing by the side of the road. I could feel her stare burning into me. As I slowed down, I kept wondering what on earth a little girl was doing out here at this time of night. I was about to reverse when suddenly I felt someone near me. I looked in the rearview mirror and my heart nearly stopped. There she was, the same girl, pressing her face against the rear window of the car. At first, I thought I was hallucinating. I hesitated for a while, then checked the mirror again. But this time, she was gone. That calmed me down a little. I looked outside, back toward the road. No sign of the girl there either. I adjusted the mirror upward so I wouldn't have to see anything like that again. Still, I had a strange feeling stuck with me, like I wasn't alone. Anxious and still pretty shaken, I sped toward home, just praying I wouldn't get pulled over for driving too fast. Eventually, I forgot that weird feeling and started to relax a bit, especially as I got closer to home. But just as I reached the driveway, that same creepy feeling hit me again, only way worse this time. I glanced toward the sidewalk, and there she was, the same little girl sitting there and smiling at me. I was so shocked I lost control of the car and slammed straight into the tree in front of our house. Screaming uncontrollably, I was thrown out the window. My yelling woke up my parents and the neighbors, who all came rushing out to see what had happened. My parents comforted me at first, but when I explained everything, my dad got angry and scolded me for causing such a scene, waking the neighbors and wrecking the car. But I was absolutely sure of what I saw. It wasn't just my imagination. A few days later, I went back to that same spot where I first saw the girl. Hidden under the tall grass, I found a small cross. Apparently, years ago a young girl and her family had died in a car accident there. Can't be sure, but that night, I think she was trying to get into my car. I'll never forget that cursed night. Ever since then, whenever I come home late at night, I make sure I bring someone with me. A few years ago, a terrifying incident involving a ghost happened to two young men. Their names were Adrian and Leo. It was around 1 a.m. and they were heading home. At that hour, the road was completely deserted. No cars, no lights, nothing. Adrian was driving and Leo was in the passenger seat. He drove within the speed limit, carefully navigating the sharp turns. Both of them were exhausted, so they weren't talking much. As they reached the entrance to an abandoned road, Adrian suddenly noticed a woman dressed in white walking right in the middle of the road. Her back was to them and all they could see was her long dark hair. Adrian slowed the car down, trying to get a glimpse of her face. He asked Leo to look too, and when Leo confirmed he could see her as well, Adrian felt a little less crazy. Adrian couldn't believe what he was seeing. It was hard to imagine a woman walking alone in such a dangerous mountain road at this time of night. Even during the day, no one dared to walk there. The road was narrow, steep, and full of blind turns. He glanced over at Leo. Leo looked absolutely terrified. As they got closer to the woman, Adrian stopped the car. Slowly, the woman turned toward them, and what they saw left them speechless. Her face was horribly disfigured, covered in streaks of blood. That's when Adrian realized she wasn't human. Without thinking, he slammed his foot on the gas pedal. He didn't know what else to do. He aimed straight for her, hoping to just drive through and get the hell out of there. But he had no idea what was coming next. A few seconds later, Leo hesitantly looked back, trying to see if the woman was still there. His eyes widened in pure horror. The woman's head was now resting on the back seat. Leo was frozen in fear, unable to speak. Adrian glanced in the rearview mirror and saw the headless woman chasing after the car. After that night, both Adrian and Leo were traumatized. They barely spoke for weeks. Much later, they finally told their families what had happened, and they both swore never to go near that road again. I'd be grateful if you could like the video before I continue the story. My mom always used to say, never go into the basement. Even if you hear something, ignore it. At first, I thought she was just scared of the dark, or maybe she was being overprotective. But then, for several nights in a row, I started hearing strange sounds coming from down there. It was like a moan, faint, almost like the whimpering of a small puppy. Something down there sounded trapped, like it needed help. I told myself, maybe it's a lost dog. Maybe Mom doesn't even know it's down there. One day, while she was out, I quietly crept toward the basement door. The old wooden door protested with every inch as I pushed it open. A damp, musty smell hit my face. The stairs were wooden and steep, staring up at me like a warning. I bent down a bit to try and see inside. A small shaft of light filtered through a crack above the stairs, but the bottom of the basement was swallowed in total darkness. That's when I heard it again. That same sound. A broken, aching howl. As I placed my foot on the first step, a hand grabbed my arm. Hard. I jumped, heart pounding. It was my mom. She was sweating, eyes wide with fear and fury. She yanked me back, slammed the door shut, and shouted, her voice trembling, "I told you not to go down there. That place isn't for you." I'd never seen her like that before. I choked up. Tears welled up in my eyes. I just looked down and didn't say a word. After a long silence, she went to the kitchen, came back with one of my favorite cookies and handed it to me. She said she loved me, that she just wanted me to be safe. I never asked her why the boy in the basement screamed like a puppy, or why he didn't have arms or legs. If you want to hear more scary stories, make sure to subscribe so we can reach 1,000 subs soon and bring you more.